Billionaires don't just live differently. They inhabit a reality the rest of us can barely fathom. Beyond the shimmer of gold, the towering yachts, and the sprawling mansions lies something far more intoxicating: the brutal journey that forged them. Today, we take you inside the extraordinary world of Monaco's Zeus, a man who rose from the shadows of a forgotten European village to command a $240 million fortress perched high above the Mediterranean Riviera. This isn't just a story of wealth. It's a chronicle of raw vision, calculated risk, and the kind of ambition that reshapes entire empires. From floating palaces that dominate the horizon to private jets that serve as aerial estates, Zeus's world is a living museum of absolute prestige and influence. But beneath the veneer of glamour, there is a deeper tale. One of iron-willed decisions, relentless drive, and a quiet generosity that has touched countless lives in the shadows. Stay with us, because what you're about to witness will redefine how you perceive the global elite. And before we dive into his world, hit that subscribe button and like this video. It helps us bring you the untold secrets of the billionaire underground. Before the gold, before the yachts, and long before the cameras, there was only hunger. Not a hunger for bread, but a starvation for something legendary. Monaco's Zeus was born in a shadowed corner of Europe, a place where prosperity was a ghost story and opportunity was a rare stranger. He was raised in a world of back-breaking toil, modest meals, and the silent sacrifices of his family. But even as a young boy, his gaze didn't stop at the edges of the fields or the soot-stained walls of the factories. He had eyes that looked beyond the horizon, eyes that saw global markets, rising empires, and a future waiting to be seized. While his peers bartered for security, Zeus was already hunting for destiny. He possessed eyes that didn't just see reality. They saw global markets, falling empires, and a future waiting to be seized. While his peers bartered for stability, Zeus hunted for risk. At just 20 years old, armed with nothing but raw intuition and borrowed courage, he threw everything into a rising tech startup, long before the world even understood the power of digital disruption. That single defiant move ignited a chain reaction of triumph, transforming a nameless dreamer into the most formidable force in Europe's financial arena. But don't call it luck. This was the result of cold foresight, iron discipline, and a flat-out refusal to live an ordinary life. Zeus didn't crave comfort, he craved absolute control. From the second that gamble paid off, he never looked back. What followed was a global ascent fueled by the kind of sharp timing and lethal vision that only a few men in any century ever possess. With his first massive victories secured, Zeus did what others only dared to dream. He built a sanctuary to rival royalty. Perched high above the glittering neon of Monte Carlo, carved directly into the rugged cliffs of the Riviera, stands his masterpiece. This isn't a residence, it's a modern-day palace, a seamless fusion of old-world majesty and futuristic perfection. From the towering marble pillars to the gold-trimmed chandeliers, every inch of this estate speaks one language: quiet power. Inside, custom-made Milanese furniture rests upon hand-woven Persian rugs. A grand staircase spirals toward a ceiling dripping in 24-karat gold detail, while floor-to-ceiling glass floods the halls with light, framing the Mediterranean Sea as if it were a living, breathing painting. At the pinnacle of his estate, a private pool glistens under the vast sky. This is where Zeus begins his day, not with the chaos of meetings or the noise of emails, but in the pure embrace of silence, sun, and the sea. To a guest, stepping onto this terrace feels like entering a dream. But for Monaco Zeus, this isn't just a residence. It's a manifesto, a reminder that true luxury, when executed to perfection, doesn't need to shout, it whispers. But for a man like Zeus, luxury cannot be confined to solid ground. When the Mediterranean catches the afternoon sun, his world truly expands. From the heights of his clifftop palace, he watches his personal fleet of superyachts glide into the bay like sovereign nations on the water. These aren't just vessels, they are floating kingdoms, custom-engineered to his exact standards, grander than most mansions and far more exclusive than any hotel on Earth. Imagine private cinemas draped in velvet, marble dining salons that merge with the horizon, and rooftop pools where the champagne flows as effortlessly as the ocean breeze. Some of these titans are so immense that guests joke you could land a helicopter on the deck. and Zeus frequently does. The legend, intangible, untouchable. In his fleet, no two are alike. One is a high-end sanctuary of wellness. Another is a curated art gallery adrift on the waves. Here, parties aren't just gatherings, they are legends. Under the glow of the moon, billionaires, royals, and Hollywood icons toast to a life lived without limits. Out here, on the open water, Zeus isn't just wealthy, he is untouchable. For most, travel is a weary necessity. For Monaco's Zeus, it is a stunning extension of his private domain. Seamless, silent, and breathtakingly perfect. When he leaves the sea behind, he doesn't merely travel, he ascends. Aboard his private fleet of jets and helicopters, he enters a sanctuary of absolute tranquility, far above the noise of the world. His primary aircraft is far more than a plane. It is a masterpiece of a flying estate. Inside, the glow of polished walnut panels and the touch of butter-soft leather welcome him into a world of perfect refinement. Every fixture, accented in 24-karat gold, glistens with a magnificent elegance. Here, he dines in a room that rivals five-star restaurants and rests in a master suite featuring a flawless, marble-lined bath. At 40,000 feet in his private lounge, the world's most powerful deals are sealed in total, serene silence. The technology hums with perfect discretion. From encrypted Wi-Fi to ambient lighting synced to his circadian rhythm, every detail is exquisitely tailored to his comfort. Whether crossing continents or escaping to a pristine Caribbean retreat, Zeus flies not for speed, but for total control. For shorter leaps, his helicopters offer elegant precision. From his mansion's private helipad, he reaches his yacht or an alpine sanctuary in minutes. No traffic, no waiting, only perfect, uninterrupted peace. Because in Zeus's world, the sky isn't a limit, it's a sublime place he calls home. Style, for Monaco, Zeus is never about vanity. It is a supreme expression of sovereignty. In a world where appearances speak volumes, his wardrobe doesn't just whisper, it commands the room with a silent, breathtaking power. His clothing is perfectly conceived, handcrafted by Europe's most elite artisans to ensure that every stitch, every fabric, and every silhouette is simply flawless. While the world browses boutiques, Monaco Zeus commands creation. In his world, clothing isn't merely selected, it is conceived. Every garment is a masterpiece born from the hands of Europe's most elite tailors, sculpted with mathematical precision to fit not just his frame, but his lifestyle. From hand-stitched Italian wool suits to silk cashmere ensembles designed for golden hour on a yacht, nothing he owns is off the rack. Zeus glides with stunning ease between timeless formality and the hushed tones of quiet luxury. You might see him in a razor-sharp Tom Ford tuxedo one evening, and a relaxed, sun-drenched Loro Piana linen set the next. His accessories? They are nothing short of investment-grade relics. Timepieces from Patek Philippe and Audemars Piguet, each holding a secret history, rest upon his wrist. Even the leather goods are a feat of perfection, hand-stitched by Hermes artisans flown in for private consultations. He doesn't attend runway shows. The runway shows come to him. Top designers debut their newest collections aboard his yacht or within his Monaco penthouse, staged for an audience of one. For Zeus, fashion isn't a plea for attention, it's a signal of absolute sovereignty. It is a reminder that true luxury isn't just what you wear, it's how flawlessly it fits the life you've built. But for Monaco Zeus, the pursuit of the extraordinary doesn't stop at the canvas. His garage is a cathedral of automotive icons that most collectors can only see in their dreams. We're talking custom-engineered Ferraris, vintage Aston Martins, and a Rolls-Royce once driven by European royalty. His watch collection, purely legendary. It features grand complications and tourbillons forged in editions of exactly one. Then, there are the technological marvels. Diamond-encrusted devices, first-generation gadgets plated in solid gold, and gaming consoles rebuilt by elite luxury ateliers. To Zeus, these aren't just things. Each object whispers a story, not of the money spent, but of the discipline required to deserve them. In his world, the rarest treasures aren't simply bought, they are earned. To the public, Monaco Zeus exists above the clouds, untouchable and enigmatic. But within the circles of true power, he's more than just known. He's a fixture of history. His calendar is a tapestry of total exclusivity. Sun-drenched soirees during the Monaco Grand Prix, masked balls in Venice, and midnight banquets on private islands where the guest lists are more secure than royal vaults. The emotional core. On any given night, you'll find him sharing vintage wine with world leaders, Oscar winners, and the heirs to global empires. Moments of raw humanity that no camera will ever witness. Yet, behind the velvet curtains and the crystal stemware lies a stunning sense of purpose. Zeus is not just a man of fortune. He is an architect of legacy. Through silent foundations and anonymous donations, he builds pediatric hospitals, fuels wildlife conservation, and grants scholarships to brilliant minds whose talent is only matched by their struggle. He doesn't chase headlines. In fact, he stays in the shadows. To Monaco Zeus, giving isn't a grand gesture. It is a sacred obligation. It is the duty of those who have transcended survival and now hold the power to sculpt the future. He understands a truth most forget. True greatness isn't measured by the weight of what you possess, but by the depth of the footprint you leave behind. There you have it, the enigma of Monaco Zeus. He is a living reminder that a billionaire isn't defined by a bank account, but by the audacious vision and the brutal choices that forged it. From the yachts that rule the Mediterranean to a cliff-top fortress fit for a king, Zeus didn't just curate a lifestyle, he engineered a legacy. Perhaps the most haunting part of his story is that he began with absolutely nothing but an iron will, proving once and for all that fortune bows to the bold. Beyond the roar of the private jets and the stitching of the Couture lies the only thing that truly matters, his quiet investment in humanity. This is what separates those who are merely wealthy from the truly unforgettable. Now the question is yours. If you suddenly held the keys to this level of freedom and power, what is the very first thing you would change? Share your vision in the comments below. Thank you for watching King's Story. If you want to stay ahead of the curve, make sure you're subscribed. Our next journey will take you even deeper into the forbidden vaults of power, privilege, and ultimate luxury. We'll see you there.